Viewers, the nation may still be coming to terms with the cowardly attack on the 10th of November. But as unfortunate as it is, there are some who are now trying to use this terror attack to peddle their own political narratives. Who would have thought that opposition would add their own spin to such a dastardly attack as this? But for Mehbooba Mufti, the Delhi blast is a reflection of the troubles of Kashmir. Mehbooba believes that the blasts and bloodshed are what gets the BJP votes. Would you believe it? It doesn't end there, however. Former Congress Member of Parliament Hussain Dalwai has taken a step further. He is going after the RSS and is demanding a probe not just against the terrorists behind the dastardly blast, but against the Sangh over provocations. He's further warning people that injustice in the valley will have its repercussions. Listen into these statements.
दिल्ली वाले लोगों को ये समझ है या वो ये सोचते हैं जितना हिंदू मुस्लिम होगा, जितना ब्लास्ट होंगे, जितना खून खराबा होगा, उतना मुल्क में पोलराइजेशन ज्यादा होगा, उनको वोट मिलेंगे।
जिस ढंग से कश्मीर में अन्याय हो रहा है उसका भी परिणाम कुछ होगा, ये मानना चाहिए। आरएसएस जिस ढंग से प्रचार वगैरह करती है, ऋतुम्बरा का ये आया था, उनको वो छोड़े तो क्या सरकार आरएसएस का भी जांच करेगी? ये हमारा सवाल है।
All right, viewers, we're getting in more breaking news and inside details of the sinister plan of death plotted by the key players in the Faridabad terror module. In fact, terror suspect Jasir Bilal Wani, who was arrested by the NIA in the blast case, has made some explosive revelations to agencies. He has revealed that 6 cities were on the terror module's radar, and this includes Ayodhya, Delhi and even Nagpur. The suspects also planned serial blasts and drone attacks using rockets. That's the information coming in at this point of time. So this is the latest detail coming in. We've already been telling you about a D6 plan as far as this terror group is concerned, and now more details coming in as far as the 6 cities on the radar are concerned. In fact, this is what has been submitted. In fact, during the course of the custody of one of the accused in the court, and this is the plan that the agency says has been revealed by some of the accused. Now, clearly, of course, the entire terror nexus as far as the doctors in Faridabad are concerned has been out there. And Bhavtosh, we've been putting out all the probe details. Now we learn that these 6 cities and the details are out there. Take us through what the NIA has been telling courts.
Well, Madhav, this plot is only getting bigger by the day. The NIA today arrested another person in this case, another terrorist in this case, who is accused of providing help to the suicide bomber. But the investigation reveals something much more deeper and much more sinister. What they have said is that the car bomb was to, in fact, be preceded by a series of drone attacks, and these series of drone attacks was to be carried out by modified rockets. Now what they have to do was they had to modify these drones, fit them with IEDs and then subsequently launch them, and this was to be done before the car bomb have to be carried out. Now this was part of the detailed D6 attack in which specific cities were to be targeted, including Delhi, where last Monday the attack took place. Apart from that, the other cities that were on target included Varanasi as well as Ayodhya and also Nagpur, which is the headquarters of RSS. Remember, there is another module that was busted by the Gujarat ATS, which included Lucknow, where the recce was already carried out, though that was a separate module. But the security agencies who have questioned the 2 persons who have been arrested, they have revealed that the swarms of drones were to be preceded before the car bomb blast happened, and this was the detailed planning that went on for past 6 to 8 months. This is a terror carnage that Jaish-e-Mohammed module was to carry out before the security agencies thwarted this entire plan.
Shocking, in that sense, Bhavtosh, what we are hearing in terms of the carnage plan. But what is also quite shocking, Bhavtosh, are the kind of cities. We're talking about Ayodhya, we're talking about Delhi, we're talking about Nagpur. Take us through which are these 6 cities.
Well, as far as these 6 cities are concerned, the investigation is going on. The accused who have been arrested in this case have said that the main accused in this case, Omar, the suicide bomber, had said that he wanted to carry out a spectacular attack, and the target number 1 on the city was Delhi. Delhi was the city which was also part of the D6 plan, or the pin code of Delhi is 1106, and that was the main city they wanted to target. Apart from that was the Uttar Pradesh capital, Lucknow. Ayodhya was also on the list of the targets. Apart from these cities, the accused had also said that though they were not aware of the entire plot, they had said that they also wanted to target RSS headquarters, for which other accused at some point of time or other had carried out reconnaissance of those places. Now, this is based on the information that other agencies have gathered. Remember, all these accused in this case have been questioned by different agencies. There was a movements that were being tapped by them, and their phones were also being kept under surveillance. Now, this is ongoing investigation. More arrests are likely to take place in days to come.
Thanks so much, Bhavtosh, for joining us with those inputs, and certainly, of course, some chilling details of that investigation that you're bringing to us as far as our viewers are concerned. Debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is RP Singh, a national spokesperson of the BJP. Sushil Pandit, activist, is with us. Also joining us is Umar Junaidi, political analyst. We also have with us Kapil Madan, advocate and political analyst. Umar Junaidi, let me begin with you. What exactly is happening? You know, just listen to the kind of terror, the kind of mayhem. 6 cities were on the scanner. Yet you have and that includes Nagpur and the RSS headquarters, as per what our reporters are telling us and what agencies have told, you know, from the various interrogations that they've conducted. But you have Mr. Hussain Dalwai saying that RSS should be probed.
Good evening, Madhav. The very first point is whatever happened at Delhi was really a tragic incident, and I wish we could have saved those 12 lives and several injuries if the intelligence were very quick on the informations whatever they were getting. And now when I hear the 6 cities were on the target, and especially the headquarters of RSS being a target, I don't know why the RSS is being targeted when RSS is not even a registered body and RSS doesn't have any role in the nation building. But seems like the terrorists having a doesn't have any role. No role in the development of the nation. In fact, the first terrorist of the nation was from RSS, who killed Mahatma Gandhi, and several other things are there.
Which court has declared him a terrorist, sir? Hold on! Which court has declared him a terrorist?
It is the people of India, sir. It is the people of India. People of India.
Which government of India has declared him a terrorist?
Sir, he has killed the father of the nation, and hence he is a terrorist, and that's what.
Of course, he has killed the father of the nation. That is wrong. But the point is, you're declaring him a terrorist. It may be your definition. At least I don't know of any such definition or any government definition of him as a terrorist. One second, Mr. Umar Junaidi, the simple question over here is: here you have a terrorist attack happening, and people are rushing to give cover fire to the terrorists. Why?
No, nobody is giving the cover fire, Madhav.
What is Hussain Dalwai doing then?
What is Mehbooba Mufti doing? He is saying that there should be a probe, even on RSS. So what's wrong? If it is the question
RSS the one that carried out this attack?
Nation, Madhav, if it is the question of the security of the nation, each and every organization should be probed in. If they don't have any things to
Of course, if they are accused of acts of violence, they will go to a legal court. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is, in this case, do you have any proof of acts of terror committed by people from RSS?
Madhav, but the members of RSS are involved in the riots.
Which riot?
Which riot, sir? See, problem, Umar Junaidi, you're talking in complete generalities. All right, RP Singh wants to respond to you. RP Singh.
No. First, let me ask him the question. He is saying the person who killed the father of the nation was an RSS man. I challenge him on this. Let him prove this. Rather, he was anti-RSS. He wrote articles against RSS. But, I mean, you can come and speak anything. I mean, what's up, university? Please go through his articles in various newspapers when he wrote against RSS.
BJP says Veer Savarkar. Why the people of BJP say Veer Savarkar if he was anti-RSS? He killed the father of the nation.
There is a difference between Veer Savarkar is Veer Savarkar. Damn you, Veer Savarkar is Veer Savarkar, not Nathuram Godse. Nathuram Godse was a killer of father of nation.
His title as Veer.
Umar Junaidi, for heaven's sake, are Nathuram Godse and Veer Savarkar the same person? What are you saying?
Can you see this? How do they get covered to terrorists in their country?
I am talking about the ideology. I am talking about the mentality of RSS.
Sir, what is
These people,
Umar Junaidi, please. Normally you're logical. Today I don't know what has happened to you. You're talking about the ideology. So everybody in the same ideology will be painted with the same brush. Communist Party of India, Marxist has an ideology. CPI ML has an ideology. CPI Maoist has an ideology. If they're all leftist, that means they're all wrong. By your logic.
What's wrong in that?
I'm not understanding this logic at all. Sushil Pandit.
Of proving themselves as a
Sushil Pandit, I'd like you to come in on this.
Thank you, Madhav. I never thought your program was a class for adult literacy, where people need to be given basic education in India's history and India's political parties and the backgrounds on different events. It's a gross waste of time. And really, it is an insult to your viewers to have such people talk gibberish on your program and get away with it. Number two, the problem here is those who give cover fire to the terrorists and jihadis generally start blaming the victim. They would blame the public for being there. They would blame the society for being unfair to these terrorists who were doctors who tied up themselves with RDX and blew themselves up. They would sympathize with the doctors, but not their victims. They with the government, with the intelligence agencies, with the law enforcement agencies, they would blame everyone under the sun, but not question these animals, these barbarians who deliberately blew people to smithereens for none of their fault. This is the patent identity of terror sympathizers, and NIA should book this individual who is trying to point fingers at everyone, but not questioning those who committed this carnage. Why should these people exist in our public discourse?
Absolutely. In fact, let me bring in Kapil Madan. Kapil Madan, I hope you're not going to justify what someone like Hussain Dalwai is saying. Let me just read out what he has said. He has said that these are the repercussions of injustice in the valley. Now, is it the opinion of the Congress party or of you, Mr. Kapil Madan, that such acts of terror are justified?
Mother, let me, I don't, subscribe to the views on this, show made by the gentleman. Let me also clarify, I do not also speak for the Congress party officially. Whatever I am saying here, it is my personal opinion. And let me say this unequivocally and, very, very clearly in a very, very simple term. This dastardly act needs to be investigated. All those who have played any role, minor, major, etc., they need to get harshest of the punishment, and I would say that they deserve a capital punishment. Everyone should be investigated and booked. But having said that, I will also like to draw your viewers' kind attention that within a span of 6 months, we have two dastardly acts. One we saw in Pahalgam, and thereafter one we saw in Delhi. And, it is one thing that, you will be taking, legal recourse against those individuals who have done it. But at the same time, it is also an accountability of the government who has failed to prevent these kind of acts. Remember, within 6 months, and I would also like to draw your viewers' attention to the fact that the Honorable Prime Minister, in his speeches just after Operation Sindoor, has clarified and have declared that any terror act on Indian soil will be taken as an act of terror against Pakistan. Now, again, we have a situation like this.
No, but Kapil Madan, the point is you can question the government. You can demand accountability of the government. But that's not what they're doing. They're providing cover fire.
Are you trying to say? No,
Mehbooba Mufti also says.
And Madhav, hold on.
This is the result of what has happened in Kashmir.
Madhav, allow me to complete. The government cannot shove away from their responsibility to take accountability of the situation. Now we have no clarity. The Honorable Prime Minister should speak. He should declare.
RP Singh, government has to take accountability. RP Singh, your response.
Well, when government acts, they raise question on the army. They raise question on our forces, whether it was surgical strike, whether air strike, or now whether lastly the Operation Sindoor. So they raise question. But yes, The investigation is on. He's one side said, let the investigation happen. Although there's a gentleman doctor who was killed in that car itself, who died, who was
why are you calling him a gentleman?
And then he killed himself and did that act.
Yeah, let's not call them gentlemen if they're terrorists. Certainly not gentlemen, RP Singh, but
the terrorist.
yeah,
Terrorist. Okay. Terrorist. Okay, I see the terrorist. But the question is, one side he says let there be inquiry, and other side he says there is an act against Pakistan. Let the complete inquiry happen, and there is surely if Pakistan involvement is seen, the action will be taken against Pakistan also. But
action will be taken on Pakistan.
Why don't you even utter a word against your member, Mr. Alvi?
All right, one by one. Let me just come in on this. Action will be taken on Pakistan, he says. Once again, gentlemen.
No, I said I see. What's wrong in it?
Okay, let me just bring in Ahmed Ayaz. Ahmed Ayaz, are you going to today justify the comment of Mehbooba Mufti, where she comes out and says that, you know, Kashmir's problems are seen at Red Fort? Isn't that a shocking comment for somebody who's held a post such as Chief Minister to be making? Because that's virtually a justification of terror.
No, Madhav, I believe she has a reason to say so, because the big incident has taken place at Delhi and connecting it with Kashmir, and then it has traveled all together in Kashmir, and where also not many casualties have taken place. Of course, that is an internal issue. Incident has taken place.
So we should justify terrorists. We should rationalize them. We should politicize them. And give them full justification in public domain for them.
No, allow me to talk. It is not that she is justifying. She raises a genuine question that how long will have to continue, and then why are these being linked totally with all Kashmiris and a particular community? I think these are valid reasons. And also,
who is linked to Kashmir or the community? Sir, there are people from across the country. Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi. What are you talking, sir?
No, well, okay. Then what's happening? Talk of Delhi also, talk of UP also, wherever it's taken place. Question is,
so everybody is talking about it. Who's hiding it?
Continue.
Have you not seen it in the public domain? The Lucknow residence of one of the accused, the Gujarat accused.
Okay, don't limit it to Kashmir.
All these are terror accused, including in Faridabad.
Now question should get raised. Why is it not stopping? Why is it throughout being done? Why we are depending only on security for last 35 years? So far as J&K is concerned, there must be something seen very seriously and deeply. What is going on, how to treat it. So who is bothered about that?
Mr. Ahmed Ayaz.
Cover up for people who are involved in terrorism. What do you mean?
What is that you are talking about? No, what is that you are holding terrorism?
Why are you trying
what
to
is that? This is basically the government.
Say condemn all those who are involved in this.
RP Singh, it's not everybody condemns the terrorism. RP Singh, everybody condemns the terrorism. It's not that by condemning things are not happening. No, by condemning you don't end. Yeah, it does not end.
No. Ahmed Ayaz, one second. Ahmed Ayaz, just calm down and listen to my question. Who has said this is only happening in Jammu Kashmir? And who has linked it to religion? It's Mehbooba Mufti who is linking it to religion. Nobody else has linked it.
No, because see, Madhav, possibly you don't know, when the other day it has happened in Delhi, the incident had taken place in the Delhi, throughout India, Kashmiris, you don't know, they were just searched somewhere around, कि भाई उनकी identities ली गई.
I'm sorry, you are spreading misinformation, Mr. Ahmed Ayaz. You're doing a great disservice. You're doing a great disservice to yourself. And you're doing a great disservice to any individual in this country. Every Indian today will be hanging his head in shame. This is not correct, Mr. Ahmed Ayaz, what you're doing. You're spreading misinformation.
Read it in a different way, because Kashmiris are getting targeted, I must tell you. That's why Kashmiris are
Sushil Pandit, is there anything to factually justify what Mr. Ahmed Ayaz is saying? Sushil Pandit, please.
Mr. Ahmed Ayaz pretends to be a very reasonable person. He's a master of equivocation. He tries to do both the ends simultaneously. That is why he finds himself in a corner every now and then. The point is, Mehbooba Mufti plays lip service to this carnage, expresses mock concerns about national security, rubs her hands in glee because she's found an opportunity to go to the government's neck and ask some questions. This is her approach to this problem. She looks at it as a political opportunity to do two things: curry favor with the jihadis in Kashmir, by trying to be their spokesperson, give them cover fire, and at the same time muddy the reputation, lower the morale of security forces, government of India, and all other institutions which are right now grappling with this situation. Nobody is saying please do not ask questions of the government of India. But when you ask questions as the representatives of jihad, when you ask questions to climb a higher ladder for your political motives, when you do these things for a patently ulterior reason, that is when people
they are questioning as representatives of the people, not as jihadis. Why do you put it that way?
Of course, Mehbooba has done it before, sir. What has she said regarding Burhan Wani?
She went to Burhan Wani's house with compensation. She's the one who
story is over. That Burhan Wani's story is over. Don't go back. Then that Burhan Wani's story is over. Let us don't go back to that. But point is that
why should we not go back, sir? Repeatedly justifying terrorists.
You see,
repeatedly talking for terrorists.
Madhav, you know what has happened yesterday in Kashmir? How many people got killed? How many properties are damaged? Do you know what has happened? It is because of something has been brought down to Kashmir from Faridabad or Delhi, something connected with it. See, point
so who's responsible for it?
Concern is that
terrorists are not responsible for it.
Concern.
Why are you whitewashing the terrorists?
On the receiving end.
Why are you whitewashing the terrorists?
No, Kashmir is
what do you mean by some individuals? Name them. Name them. Say they are terrorists. Say they are terrorists, Ahmadiyas. Say they are terrorists.
Whatever you call it.
No, don't say whatever. Say they are terrorists and say that you condemn them.
You call it terrorists, whatever you call, you deem fit, no issue. But the point is Kashmir is in general or at the receiving end. Wherever, whatever.
Again, you're wrong.
Whether it happens in Delhi.
Again, you're wrong. The attack happened in the national capital and you're saying Kashmir is at the receiving end.
So that's why Kashmir is much concerned about it.
Sir, I'm very sorry. Mr. Ahmadiyas, no one is blaming Kashmiris. Nobody is pinning anything on any religion. And you're doing a great disservice to the country by repeatedly spreading these lies. The point is, it's an attack on the nation. Every Indian should be concerned rather than playing this kind of politics. Every Indian should be united. Umar Junaidi, are you going to toe this line of Ahmadiyas or are you going to condemn it? Are you going to say that this kind of politics needs to be played? Dividing on the basis of religion and region? Are you going to justify this as well?
Madhav, when the question is of national security and everybody has to take the responsibility in order to ensure that there is peace and the safety in the country. If any ex-TM or any politician says that there might be a reason for the terrorists of doing it, that should be condemned. But the serious allegations that
so you condemn Hussain Dalwai? Do you condemn Hussain Dalwai?
What has led to
Umar Junaidi, condemn Hussain Dalwai then.
Has to be probed.
Hussain Dalwai, do you condemn him or not? Yes or no?
Should be an investigation. Why the terrorist attacks?
Do you condemn Hussain Dalwai or not?
Madhav, let me speak, Madhav.
No, say yes or no, because he has also justified it. Similar to what Mehbooba has said.
I don't see the justification, Madhav.
Of course. You want me to read out his justification? You want me to read out his justification? What exactly was stated? I'll repeat it for you. These are the repercussions of injustice in the valley. Do you agree with what Hussain Dalwai is saying? Yes or no, Umar Junaidi?
Just because he's saying the repercussion, that means he is...
Repercussion of injustice.
Madhav. Getting the attention of the government and the intelligence services on the issue which gives the right to the terrorism.
Sir, please criticize the government. I have no problem with that. But why do you have to resort to this kind of whitewashing of terrorists and justification of terror acts?
Terrorism.
This is justification, Umar Junaidi. Whether you admit it or not, the logic is there. The viewers can see it. He is clearly saying that this is injustice in Jammu and Kashmir that is reflected. Why is it so difficult to condemn this? I don't understand.
Let the government investigate.
No, government is investigating. Whether your suggestion is there or not, government is investigating it. The point is, why can't you condemn such individuals?
Madhav, when I can't see any justification or cover firing of the terrorists, why would
okay, there is no justification. Kapil Madan can see it. Kapil Madan, you agree with him? Is there a justification or not?
No, again, I would like to reiterate myself. Again, these kind of individuals who have played any role needs to get punished, and I deserve and I demand a capital punishment because that's what they deserve. Now, there could be, some politician who wants to get political mileage out of it. I think we should not give them any space on your channel. What we should be concerned about is the safety and security of our nation. And admittedly, once you have back-to-back incident like this, the government is answerable. It is an utter, and a gross failure on the part of the government.
I completely disagree with you because it's important to expose this mindset. Anybody who in today's day and age, after an attack, justifies acts of terror deserves to be exposed. This is a very, very relevant debate because even after so many attacks have taken place, from the 90s, 26/11, Parliament attack, still there are people who are justifying it.
I am with you, Madhav.
Yes.
I am with you.
So please tell Umar Junaidi this.
So
please tell Umar Junaidi to come out and condemn it strongly.
Take political mileage out of it because their politics maybe survived on issues like these. I think we should not give them any space here, and we should condemn them wholeheartedly. But
Umar
in the same breath, I am saying,
you heard Kapil Madan. He is no fan of the BJP, but even he is coming out to condemn the statement. Why can't you, sir?
Madhav, I can't see any justification, Madhav. You just let me know. It is a justification is a cover firing of the terrorists.
Sir, somebody who says that these repercussions of injustice in the valley is a very clear justification. Sushil Pandit, would you like to explain to Umar Junaidi? I think now, after politics and general knowledge, I think it's English language that you will have to explain to him.
Madhav, I give up. We don't want to waste time and breath on someone who's completely shut his head and eyes, who's buried his head in sand, who doesn't want to see what is writ large on the wall. So there's no point hammering this point over and over again. You need to, when you say that a terror act was committed because of a grievance,
I am saying I cannot see any.
when you say that a terrorist because of a grievance,
let me know what is the justification.
When you say a terrorist struck because
the very basic point, which is giving the rights to the terrorist, and that's what the justification.
of course, this is a justification when you say that there was a violation of his rights. He had a genuine grievance, which is why he blew himself up. What else is a justification?
In that case, you should sue the. You should go to the courts and say, why are you even listening to the terrorists?
Now you heard him. Now all of us should go to the court and try Hussain Dalwai. That is a separate issue. Here is a social discourse.
I am talking about the point. Everybody has the chance and the space to give his or her own views in the court before the law. Then why are you saying it then?
So we should all justify terrorists.
It's not about evidence in the court. This is an opinion. An opinion which is based on nothing but hatred of India. This is an opinion based on nothing but love of terror.
Umar Junaidi, I don't know why you're taking such a rigid stance. What is really unfortunate is that today you're coming out and there are politicians in the Kashmir Valley who have done this kind of politics. When we have politicians in mainstream India and somebody who's been a member of parliament no less, talking this kind of language, it is seriously going to raise some serious questions. I'm giving you a last chance. Do you want to withdraw from your position, sir? Because he is very clearly saying that this is a result of what he's seen in the Kashmir Valley. I'm giving you the last chance to rebut that and change your position.
What I'm saying you, Madhav, just 30 seconds. What I'm saying you is, of course, the nation's security is the priority. And that should be a priority of any individual apart from the government. It is the responsibility of the government. Apart from it, it is the responsibility of every individual.
And opposition members have no responsibility.
Basic issues.
Opposition members have no responsibility. They can politicize any act of terror. Even members of parliament, those who've been members of parliament can freely talk about justifying terror. What are you saying, Umar Junaidi? On national television you're saying this.
Madhav, my point is very clear.
Lip service.
It is not, sir, it is not attitude. I am saying you, I understand the statement as the attention of the government to the basic issues.
Umar Junaidi, there's a limit to this. And let me just expose this now. Injustice in the valley. One of the doctors is earning 4 lakh rupees a month. That is injustice that he is facing. That is deprivation that others talk about.
Punishment. Sue him.
No, why should we sue him, sir? This is the court of public opinion. In the political discourse, this is what happens. He will be condemned. Why can't you come out and condemn him?
Why these people are taking the weapons? Why these people are against the India, against the nation? That should be addressed, Madhav.
There is more.
Amazing. This is amazing because, Umar Junaidi, it's amazing that you're sounding exactly like Hussain Dalwai. Let me bring in RP Singh on this. RP Singh, what would you like to say to Umar Junaidi?
Well, Umar Junaidi and Hussain Dalwai belong to the same party, the Congress, the Muslim League and the Maoist Party now, which is new name for the Congress Party. They will go any extent to safeguard the interests or to give a cover fire for the terrorists. And then that's what he's doing now. Mr. Umar Junaidi is also doing the same. I mean, do you need any proof more than that Dr. Umar who did the suicidal attack, his DNA has been proven that he is the doctor who was there inside the car. But no, you still need proofs. You need the inquiry has to happen whether they were involved or not, whether they were terrorists or not, why they are involved, why doctors are involved. We know all that. We all know that it's the radicalization of the Islamist ideology which is leading to this.
Sir, let me tell you what I am saying is I am not justifying the act of terror. I am not saying the investigation should take place whether he was involved or not.
You are justifying the act of terror by giving them the cover fire.
The picture is the issue which is giving the birth to the terrorism that should be addressed in order
Issue is what? What is the problem? Let's discuss the issue today, Madhav. Let's discuss the issue, man. Let's discuss the issue. Sushil, let them know how did you suffer. But why did you pick up the gun? How did you suffer? Sushil Pandit,
what is the issue, Umar Junaidi? What is the issue? What is the issue? One second, RP Singh. Let's try to understand what Umar Junaidi understanding of the issue is. What is the issue, Umar Junaidi? Tell us.
Madhav, I picked up pen because my mentality was to study. My mentality was to serve the nation, and it is not the mentality of that fellow, that terrorist who picked up the gun. To address the issue, why these people are
addressing the issue, sir? They also picked up the pen to become doctors. They took government subsidies from this country, and they suddenly pick up the gun against the same country. What should we do?
That's what the point
We should garland them, clap them, clap for them. What do you want?
I want them to be punished with a capital punishment.
So why are you justifying it then? Then say so.
I am not justifying. I am nowhere justifying, Madhav.
So why are you saying this? This is Umar Junaidi. Your logic is totally convoluted today. You have painted yourself into a corner and you're trying to justify it. That is the problem. Be very clear. Anybody who picks up the gun against our country, anybody who wants to break the nation, anybody who wants to divide the nation, we all as Indians have to stand up together. Anybody who picks up the gun against the Indian Constitution, if we believe in the Constitution and we believe in a democracy, certainly has to be acted against. There cannot be any kind of justification of it. Let's leave it there for the moment. I'd like to thank our panelists for joining us, RP Singh, Sushil Pandit, Shokia, Kapil Madan, as well as, in fact, Mr. Ayaz. Thank you so much for joining us. Umar Junaidi stays with us for debate number 2.